And when I make corrections, it's actually improvements, a little bit to make the meaning clearer, but mostly to make the listener or the reader more comfortable when they read your paper. Because if the reader is from America or from the UK or from Australia, Canada, and they're native speakers, even non-native speakers from Japan and Taiwan, if they read every sentence and it doesn't flow nicely, or their mind gets a tiny bit confused or taken this direction or that direction, imagine reading 5 or 10 pages like that. It's very hard work. So when you improve your English, the first part of the journey is to make your meaning clear, and the second part of the journey is to make the writing smooth. And I think that second part of the journey is the journey most of you are on now, and it's the journey that's going to last the rest of your career. It's never going to finish. Even for native speakers, it doesn't finish. So be aware that this is an opportunity to make your writing smooth so that the readers will enjoy reading your paper more often. This is not my field, biological structural materials, but when I read that term, it looked very long to me, very clunky. Biological structural. Is the biological describing the material, or is it describing the structure? I'm not sure. So that confused me, and I wondered about it as an editor. I thought this has got to be a huge research area across the whole globe. Why does it need 1, 2, 3, 4 words to describe it for that concept? So I Googled it. I put that term and I put it in Google to see what would come up and how many hits. And what came up was biologically inspired can just be called bio-inspired materials. And I found that in Nature Journal. The first hit that came up was Nature Journal, bio-inspired materials. Yeah. So that's a kind of process that you all should be going through. Yeah. If it's a really big thing, a big concept, and a concept that's been around for a long time, I think people have been using biological materials for inspiration for millennia. So put it in Google and have a look how often the term comes up and where it comes up. And you need to find the term in some top journals to know that that's the best term to use. How important is it to do that? It's extremely important that you do that on the technical terms. Why? Well, I can understand biological structural materials, and I can understand biologically inspired structural materials. However, when someone reads your paper, a researcher in the field, and they know the correct term is bio-inspired, and now they know that you don't know that term, what does that say about the quality of your research? It says, this is the first time I've ever written a paper on this topic. That's what it says. Which might be true, but you don't need them to know that, because it'll decrease the chance they're going to finish reading. And maybe there's something very valuable in your paper for them, and you want them to discover it. So don't scare the readers away by using incorrect technical terms.